This is a very short adjunct to the previous video I did on perceptions as it relates to the precious metals markets. There's another way to approach this same issue with regard to perceiving gold and currencies, and that is to consider things in terms of purchasing power. Purchasing power is the ability of a currency to pay for goods and services. A good analogy to help people understand the notion of purchasing power is to think of a weightlifter lifting barbells. How much weight a weightlifter can lift depends on how strong he is, or to put it another way, how powerful he is. If the weightlifter is strong and powerful, he'll be able to lift a lot. If the weightlifter is not so strong and powerful, he won't be able to lift quite so much. If the weightlifter is weak, he won't be able to lift anywhere near as much as a weightlifter who is strong and powerful. This is common sense. The same is true with regard to a currency. If the currency is strong and powerful, it'll be able to purchase a lot. If the currency is weak, it won't be able to purchase much at all. So, when the purchasing power of a currency decreases, the ability of that currency to pay for goods and services decreases. That said, now let's return to gold. You might look at a gold to currency chart and see the price of gold rising and think that gold is getting more expensive. But I would encourage you to switch your thinking and consider instead that the currency has lost some of its purchasing power in relation to gold. This means that it takes more of a currency to buy an ounce of gold than it did before. In general terms, because that currency has lost some of its purchasing power, more of that currency is required to purchase the same product. As I said in the previous video, in economics, relativity is an important concept. When it comes to value, everything is relative, so the value of something is regarded in relation to something else. With all this in mind, the value of currencies can be directly compared to the value of precious metals like gold and silver when considering purchasing power. So in essence, it's all about perceptions. Perhaps it might help if I refer you to the Rubens vase optical illusion with a vase and two faces. I'm sure you've all seen this. At one point you can see a vase, and then you can switch to seeing two faces. This illusion deals with perceptions. Bear in mind that the image itself has not changed. The only thing that's changed is your perception. What I'm suggesting is something of a similar nature. It also concerns perceptions. Hopefully you'll be able to switch your thinking and perceive the situation differently. I would suggest not to think in terms of the price of gold in dollar terms, but the value of dollar as it relates to gold. Hopefully these videos are akin to someone revealing a magician's tricks, but I'm not doing so in order to spoil a form of entertainment. I mean to make people aware of the cons that are taking place. Our overlords have profited from people's ignorance far too long. I want to see an end to their misrule. Moreover, they are criminals and belong in jail. I split this topic into a number of videos, so there's another however many to follow. In the next video, I'll focus on a misdirection. Wise up and rise up.